Hello Virgo, welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is your weekly tarot reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus from the 2nd to the 8th of March 2020. I hope you're well, Virgo. So I'm just pulling an overarching tarot card. Oh wow, okay. Oh wow, we've got the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. It's happening to me all day today. You know, Mercury retrograde, as I said before, it's really affecting me. We have the Queen of Swords, yes. Card of Libra. So there could be a Libra in your life. Now, as an energy, the Queen of Swords is somebody who has balance between the heart and the mind. And they manage to achieve balance in their external world because of that. It comes from within. Now, it can be about where you need to find balance in a situation or where you're striving to get balance. It could be between different areas of your life in your external world, could be within. This is a big sign of getting balance. The balancing act can also be where everything is suddenly becoming clear. You're beginning to be able to make decisions, choices with clarity of mind, all of this kind of thing. It can also be about really seeing the truth of a situation. Just when things are crystal clear, when you really see the truth. It can be to do with getting to the truth, getting into the heart of the matter. So it might resonate for some of you, but it's a very powerful energy. She doesn't allow her emotions or her mind to one to outweigh the other. So like I said, there is balance. Sometimes when we have, we overthink, it can stop us from getting perspective some way. Sometimes when we have emotional situations, it stops us from seeing the path forward. It's so important, that balance. Okay. So what do we have, angel, spirits, guides? What is the energy for Virgo for the week? I'm just going to turn my chair around a bit. Kind of sitting at an angle at the moment. Okay, what do we have for Virgo? Yeah, you see, that's why I think the Queen of Swords is here. We've got the card of anxiety. Some of you might be struggling with some anxiety, stress, worry. This person doesn't look happy because it can be where you overthink or where your emotions are out of balance, all of this kind of energy. Now, it might be that you need to get a perspective of the situation, get truth, see the truth, get to the core of the problem in order to deal with this. I'm going to pull one more card, Virgo. Yeah, I love this card. It's come out for another sign this week. Action. We've got the wild horses here. Let me read this out to you, because this is also about internal and external balance in a way. Let me read it out to you. Sometimes the black and white energies, yin and yang, black and white, very much about getting balanced too. So we have energizing effort, willingness to work. This card tells you that now is the time for more aggressive forward movement. The galloping horses represent intentional and concerted action directed to your goals. This card upright indicates that you are on the right track, but your determined efforts must increase. The white horse is your inner action of spirit and thought. The black horse is the outer work that still needs to be done. So continued taking action and trust your intuition. In time you'll break through and see the results you've been working so hard to create. This is saying that you're on track. There needs to be greater momentum. But I'm also feeling between the black and white. There is something about getting balance, a balancing act, Virgo. Okay. And it's to overcome this, whatever is making you anxious, stress, worried. Okay, let's pull an angel answer card. So angels, what is the message please for the week for Virgo? What does Virgo need to hear, please? Thank you. Take action, same thing. Big message of take action. Sometimes I will say, Virgo, the swords energy can be quite direct energy, certainly if you're speaking to somebody who's got air energy in particular. And they can say something very direct in terms of truth. And sometimes it's truths that you might not want to hear. And I'm feeling that for some of you. But nevertheless, it is about seeing truths that you might not want to see. Getting balance back in your life in order to really find progress in a situation now. Or deal with something. Okay. Okay, angel spirits guides, what is the message for Virgo? 2nd to the 8th of February 2020. No, 2nd to the 8th of March, I should say, 2020. Yeah. 2nd to the 8th of March 2020, please. So Virgo, as usual, I pull the past, the present, challenges, advice from spirit and outcome with the cards. And then we get clarifiers for the cards on the table to go deeper into the message. So what do we have, angel spirits guides, for Virgo, 2nd to the 8th of March 2020? Queen of Swords, yeah. See, 2 Queens of Swords. I'm probably feeling Mercury retrograde a little bit more with you guys, given that you are ruled by Mercury. But let's see how we go. Okay, present position, we have the 9 of Wands. Beautiful. The challenge, yeah, there's the perspective that's needed. The 4 of Swords. Advice from Spirit. Oh wow, I love this card for you with these messages. And your outcome, Virgo. Yeah, we have the 9 of Swords, but I'm clarifying these, so it's fine. Okay. What do we have for Virgo, please, angel spirits guides? Can you clarify the cards on the table for me? For Virgo, please. 2nd to the 8th of March 2020. What do we have for Virgo? Starting with the Queen of Swords, past position. King of Swords. Okay. Yeah, strength. Yeah, okay. The 9 of Wands, Virgo. We have the Page of Swords. The 4 of Swords. Beautiful, your challenge is clarified by the 2 of Wands. The Sun, advice from Spirit, is clarified by the 7 of Swords. And the 9 of Swords, Virgo, beautiful. We've got the Star. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man. Okay, but I like the Hanged Man in this energy. I do. Now we're getting the Queen of Swords twice, so like I said, there could be a Libra in your life. But we also have Libra and Aquarius energies, the King and Queen of Swords. You know, this is air energy. It is lacking emotion. So there could be, I mean, this is where you've needed strength, courage to face up to a situation, to deal with the situation. It could have been in a relationship, or it can be to do with, I mean, this is just where there's a lack of emotion, where there's no feeling here. You know, the King and Queen of Swords can sometimes represent a couple that you might be dealing with that might not be very nice, and sometimes it can talk about family businesses and that type of thing, but it can also represent a relationship that just is lacking emotion. And some of you have struggled to see the truth of a situation, allow yourself to see the truth of a situation. Now the 8 in tarot can be about change, so engage with your inner power, your inner strength to bring positive change in your external environment. Overcome your fears, your doubts, your adversities, your challenges. You know, strength exists in the form of adversity or our fears. It is when we find out what we're made of, our own strength, our own courage, our own determination, resoluteness, that describe all of these energies. It's a card of Leo. But for some of you, I feel you've needed strength to deal with a situation. It could have been in a relationship that just doesn't feel there's any emotion there. You know, the Page of Swords is about seeing the truth of a situation. It sometimes can be about difficult truths to deal with or difficult news to deal with. Now, you know, the King of Swords is a card of Aquarius. Like I said, the Queen of Swords is a card of Libra, which is appearing twice. I do feel for some of you, you're being told now is the time to find that balancing act again within you. Allow yourself to see truths of situation and rise above feeling too emotional or too overthinking, something that's made you anxious, worried, stressed, upset. You're being told to take action, find your own inner power. The King of Swords is somebody who sees the bigger picture, who also has a game plan. A card of Aquarius, getting a high perspective, you know, getting our head and shoulders above the clouds of confusion. That's what the King of Swords does in order to see a way forward, make decisions, choices. He sees the whole picture. You know, the sword's energy, and it's interesting, I don't always see this, Virgo. There's two sides to the sword. You see, it's a double-edged sword. It's the way it's chiselled. And there's a message here when those swords appear is trying to see the whole sides of the situation in order to see a way forward. Now, I do feel sometimes the page can be the beginnings of seeing things differently. It's the Wind of Change card for me. It's the beginnings of something new. But it might be from dealing with difficult truths or news that, you know, would have been challenging to deal with. And it would have wounded you. I mean, we've got the wounded warrior here. And this is somebody who finds such an effort to get to where they're going, you know, and there's a message that you're so close. This is a 9, a 10 is a completion, an achievement. Drawing a line under a situation, you're so close to getting to where you need to be, to achieving what you need to achieve here. But this is where this person gives up. That moon energy, this is the moon in Sagittarius. This is where the journey just, you know, gets really cloudy. Our emotions cloud our judgment. This wounded warrior doesn't realise that there's only one more step to go and then they have reached their goal. And this is when they think about giving up. And there's a big message of perseverance. Keep taking action because you're so close. You know, the cards of action have come out a lot for you this week. There's a big message here. Keep going. Keep taking action. You know, we know you need strength here. We know it's taking your courage, your energy and all of that. But keep going because the winds of change are here. You are making change. Number 8, change. The 4 of Swords. This is your challenge, Virgo. And I do feel this can be respite from conflict if you felt conflict in a situation, if you faced your own inner conflict as well. This is somebody who is recharging, taking a moment to get their breath. They've been in a battle and they've got their sword at their side, but they're re-strategizing. They're understanding what their approach is, what their plan is when they go back out there. And this is seeing a way forward. You know, cutting through the clouds of confusion and really getting perspective on a situation, but also allowing yourself space and time to recharge, to get that perspective. Because the 2 of Wands is about making life choices, life decisions, choosing a path. And I do feel for some of you, this is a turning point. This is a real turning point, Virgo. I sometimes feel it with this card, you know, and I am feeling it for you. You know, this is Mars in Aries, you know, the initiator. Somebody who takes the initiator. Somebody who's built a battlement here. And they're on more solid ground than they realise. But this is the wand's energy. And he's grabbing hold of the wand. And the wand is representative of someone's power, their energy, their passion, their potential for bringing new growth into their life. It is a 2. It is near the beginnings of new growth. Taking the first steps into unknown territory. You know, this is very much kind of like taking the first 1 or 2 steps to bring positive change into their life, to set their eyes on a goal, and very much channel their passions and their efforts into achieving that, in bringing real growth to this one that they hold. So, and that might involve life choices, life decisions, being at a crossroads when you're choosing your path. But this is somebody who is not allowing the world to act upon them. This person acts upon the world. They will shape their world and take control of their situation, realizing that they're in a stronger position than they realize when they channel their power to bring positive change to a situation. I certainly feel for some of you that you are at a life path, a crossroads, and your challenge is to make a choice, choose your path. But this is an empowered energy, realizing that when you take control and are in your power, you start making the choices, you know, that this person sees the long-term vision of. So it's almost kind of like you're seeing what you want to work towards now. Everything is becoming clear, and taking action accordingly to fulfill that vision, to fulfill the goal, to shape your world the way you want it shaped. The Seven of Swords, and it can be to do with this energy here. The Seven of Swords can talk about deception, lack of truth in your external environment, somebody acting a bit shady, and not everything being above board, you know, that can be what this means. It can also be where we self-sabotage, hold ourselves back as well, Virgo. And this is the advice from Spirit area, and I'm so pleased because this is the divine energy, the sun, divine energy, shining on you. It might well be a Leo is very influential in your life as well. We have strength. We also have the sun that rules Leo. So maybe a Leo is influential in your life as well, or certainly the energies of Leo. It might be part of your sign. This is the divine energy lighting your path, the sun. Now, here we have a child and a horse coming through a wall. You see the wall? This is, for me, some of you are pushing past obstacles, letting go of what's gone. The Sun card can be about letting go. It can be about breaking free of something that you need to break free of. Liberating yourself from something. It can be your own old limitations, old self-sabotage mechanisms, but it can also be by the experiences that have been placed upon you in your external environment. And this child and this horse are coming through the other side of that wall. So it's whatever that wall means to you, Virgo. The horse, absolutely, you know, is very much about finding direction in your strength, in your power. And we have the natural power here being bestowed on you in your natural element, in your natural power, I should say, by the sun. You know, the sun is reminding us about our natural divine power. To bring new growth. You know, when the sun comes out, everything begins to grow. Now, this can be about good news, can be about celebration. You know, when the sun comes out, everything comes better. Everything feels better. Things start looking up. And I do feel for some of you, you're putting something behind you that may have been a difficult challenge to overcome. And yet this is saying you absolutely have the power to overcome this and find your path forward. So the Nine of Swords is a card of where we feel that destructive energy within us, that negativity. Can be with our minds, you know. Your mind plays a big part in this reading, I will say, Virgo. There's a lot of swords energy. Some of you could feel like you're overthinking situations because of what's happened, and that's understandable. And this is another energy of where the mind can really play tricks on us. The mind can, I do say your mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy. You know, when it's in balance, you know, and kept in check, that mind can really see the way forward, make decisions, choices. you know, all of these kind of energies. But in this energy, it can disrupt your daily routine, your health patterns, all of this kind of thing. The way you perceive something can be magnified. And it is just that illusion that the mind can play tricks on us with. This is a big card of saying, now is the time to get perspective. Even though it's difficult, now is the time to get perspective. I mean, that can be the Page of Swords. It's also linked with the Hanged Man, because we have this Neptunian here. It is about separating out the illusion of what our internal energy can do to us when it's out of balance. And seeing the reality of the situation. So sometimes the Hanged Man can be about separating out the illusion from reality. Can be about light bulb moments. It can be about sudden clarity coming to you, Virgo. Can also be about asking you to look at things in a different perspective now. You need to change the perspective and the approach in where you're seeing things in order to see a way forward and release from this very stuck energy that you feel. Because that's how you get direction, you know. The Star is beautiful energy, but there's a real kind of like new growth associated with, new hope. It is time. This can be a card of dare to dream, but it's also a directional energy as well. It can be about seeing the bigger picture, getting direction, a purpose, where you're moving towards in your life. It is a real kind of like reconfirmation of your own identity as well, who you are, standing in your own light, believing that as this person walks on water, miracles do happen. This is why you're being blessed by the universe. You know, the path is lit here for you. This is divine energy lighting your path. This is divine blessings, divine wish fulfillment card being bestowed on you. You know, I just feel for some of you that it is time for new hopes, new dreams, new visions now in your life. Separate out the illusion from reality. And I feel it comes from within. And that's why I'm saying the Queen of Swords can be a Libra, like I say, in your life, but can also be that balancing act that's needed to really bring about positive change, because the sun is absolutely shining on you here. So it's time to connect to your own power, your own strength, to bring positive change. And I feel for some of you, you will. You will. Okay, what do we have, please, angel spirits guides? What is the message for... Thank you for Virgo. We have purity. Always trust the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it you will find the answer to your question. Yeah. The answers are within. Yeah. It's very powerful, very powerful. I hope you enjoyed the reading, Virgo. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I hope it's a wonderful week for you, and I will see you next time. Thank you.